A massive cyber attack is underway and it is growing fast. Nearly 2.8 million IP addresses are being used in a brute force attack targeting businesses. If successful, hackers can hijack networks, steal data, and launch even more attacks from inside of a company's systems. We'll explain how this is happening and, more importantly, how you can protect your network as we sit down and sync up with Rocket IT's weekly technology update. Hello everyone, I'm Chris Swinson, Technology Insider here at Rocket IT, and welcome to Sync Up, your new home for trending technology news. Brute force attacks are one of the oldest hacking techniques, but they're still widely used because they simply work. Hackers try an overwhelming number of username and password combinations until they find the right one. It's not a sophisticated method, but with enough time and computing power, even strong passwords can be cracked. But this attack isn't coming from a single source. It's being carried out by a botnet, a network of compromised devices that have been taken over by hackers. These devices, often infected with malware, are being used without their owners even knowing. Instead of a few attackers trying to guess passwords, millions of infected devices are doing the work for them, making the attack incredibly difficult to stop. Unlike traditional brute force attacks, which might come from a small set of suspicious IP addresses, this attack is being launched from nearly 2.8 million different IPs every single day. Many of these are coming from residential networks, meaning the traffic looks like it's coming from ordinary home users rather than an organized attack. That makes it much harder for security systems to detect and block the activity. The attack has been escalating for over a month, with most of the traffic originating from Brazil, followed by Turkey, Russia, Argentina, Morocco, and even Mexico. But this isn't a regional issue, it's happening on a global scale, affecting businesses everywhere. The focus of this attack is on edge security devices, firewalls, VPNs, and security gateways. These are the first line of defense for businesses controlling who can access internal systems. If hackers break into these devices, they can monitor network traffic, steal sensitive data, and even reroute attacks through a company's network to disguise their activities. The devices being used in the attack are mostly comprised of routers and IoT devices. These are commonly hijacked by malware and turned into attack tools, helping hackers carry out large-scale operations like this one. Once hackers gain access, they can do some serious damage. They might steal credentials, gain control over critical systems, or even sell access to other cybercriminals. In some cases, hacked devices are even turned into proxy exit nodes, meaning hackers can use them to disguise their location when launching further attacks. Since businesses generally have a strong reputation, traffic coming from inside an enterprise network is much harder to detect as malicious. Stopping brute force attacks requires a strong defense. The most important step is to change default admin passwords to something long and unique. Hackers rely on weak credentials, and a strong password can make brute force attacks difficult. Enabling multi-factor authentication is another critical step. Even if a hacker guesses the right password, MFA adds an extra layer of security, blocking unauthorized access. Businesses should also restrict remote access by setting up an allow list of trusted IP addresses and disabling web admin interfaces if they're not needed. Finally, keeping security devices updated is essential. Many brute force attacks target outdated firmware with known vulnerabilities. Regularly applying security patches helps close these gaps before attackers can exploit them. Cyber attacks like this one aren't slowing down. They're getting bigger, more complex, and harder to detect. A proactive IT partner, like Rocket IT, can help businesses monitor their networks, strengthen security settings, and stay ahead of threats. For those looking to better secure their networks, contact Rocket IT using the link in this video's description. And to stay up to date on trending technology news, hit that subscribe button and the bell to catch us on next week's episode of Sync Up with Rocket IT.